Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Apothecary Diaries Season 2, episode number 20, Reaction. Alright, the previous episode, yes, we get to see more of the Mau Mau's part of the whole section, the whole kidnapping that happened. So basically Mau Mau was just, just doing normal things there, like just chilling, obviously. Uh, went to that lantern festival that was happening, got to know a little bit more about um, what's her name? Shisui. And Shisui kind of hinted that her mother is a little bit like like a few things that she has done is not really good. Like she kind of hinted that she gets hit by her, and how her mother like mistreats her or something. Now I'm a little bit confused about this part because like her actual mother, or like what's her name? Oh god, these characters. Sweetie's mother. Like, who is she talking about? I guess today we'll get to know, because I think the character that we see in the end, Shenmei, is that mother that she was talking about. And I think today I'll get all my answers. But like she kind of hinted that, and it was also shown how she is also colorblind, and it was revealed that the empress, the first empress, she actually came to this place. This is the place where all the people from the west came in, and like, yeah, that those two stories kind of coincided. Right. In the end, Mama goes to like a section, like a little place where like they were doing like experimentations on mice, but that wasn't even the thing that they found out. They found out that they're actually making Feifas over there, and this place must be connected to the assassination. And that's where Shenmei comes in. I think that was her name. Maybe I'm mispronouncing her name or something. I'll get cleared up now. But yeah, she came in, and this is not good. She's just here. So let's see what happens. Let us begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here. Sync it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. All right, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh my god, here we go. Damn. Oh, this is not good. Ay! Shiro. Oh, Lolan. Ugh, good lord. Yep. Yeah, Mama realized. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Oh wow, interesting. So she's interested in. Is that okay? Man before. Wait, she might recognize Mama, right? Because she did kind of see her. Oh God, this is bad. This is actually bad. Like we're getting stuck in a. Yeah, it's pretty obvious at this point. Tanuki, because of the mask, gave lecture to the folk. Oh yeah, true. That's true. Okay, these I didn't connect, but a few other stuff I did connect. Hmm. Right. The stronghold. This what? There's a whole damn castle here. Yeah, I think she was planning on keeping them there for. Okay. Yeah. So wait. Yeah, that's her. Okay, so Shenmei is the actual wife of Shisho. That was one thing I was thinking. Oh. So so he married into the family. Ah. Yeah, alright, there you go. So where's oh, so her actual mother died? My content. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. That's what they try. Okay. Right. Okay. Oh, she's also connecting that. Okay, yeah. Oh, the officials. So wait, then yeah, because he's one of the yeah. Okay, she's putting two and two together. Right. Mm. Yeah. He was actually gonna say tell everything, I guess. Oh my god. Well, yeah. I guess now this is important because we're literally stuck here now. Hmm. Are they planning a coup or something? Like, yeah. I was gonna say they're trying to make a coup, do a coup. Otherwise, why all of this? Like, it makes no sense. They're making a stronghold, making weapons, try to take out Jinshi. Hmm. Yeah, and you cannot even run away in the snow. Where are you going to go? Oh, wow. Oh no. Right. Well, oh, 10 days by boat. Oh wow. Oh, that kid. Hmm. Yeah, wait, they call him Shiro's. Yeah, I doubt that. Yeah, my god. Damn, this lady's crazy. Yeah, whenever it's his sister. Mm. Right. Okay. Great. And a mosque. What the? Yeah. Oh my God. This lady's right. Are you? What are you on about? Literally, I. Once a day to make my report. Okay. Yeah. Hmm. Why? Oh my God. So she was one of the. God damn. Ah. Yeah. Oh. Wow. They lit. They literally figured it out. Right. Mama must be there. And that. Yeah. Oh, this is Lakan. Lakan is here. Bruh. He's not happy with the whole Mama being missing and everything. Yeah. It was. Ooh. Mm. Yeah. Oh. Oh, damn. Both the fathers are here. Wait. Wait, so uncle, that means. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what? No, wait. So there. Oh no. Bruh. Wait, I need to think. So uncle, that I'll think about it later. He literally went to call. Yeah. Oh my god. Hmm. Right. Damn. I think this is like the first time I think he's ever bowed his head or something, maybe? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Forbidden Army. Right. His. Yeah. He has to step up now. Yep. That's why he's saying, like, like. Hmm. All right. Well, okay, so there you go. Now we know the whole picture uh, of Shenmei, because I don't know, before beginning this episode, I was like, who is Shenmei? Is Shenmei supposed to be Suire's mother or Shisui's mother? Because it would make sense that if she's Shisui's mother, you know, because but then I was like, so the actual wife of Shisho is here doing all of this, which I don't know, it just didn't properly, like, I wasn't really believing that, because I was like, really? So, like, it would make sense for 3 days. No, wait, what? She so Suide, yeah. Suide's mother to be like the person who's inciting all of this. That would kind of make sense, I guess. I don't know. At least in my head, that made sense. So I was a bit confused. But then now it was clearly said, as we saw, that yeah, she is the queen, like the wife, the official wife of Shisho. And then, like when she was transferred to the emperor, and then when she came back, she realized that there's some other person, that whole section. There's some other person besides Shisho, and that whole section. Then we know what happened. She, like excommunicated them, and like treated the daughter that is, uh, you know, treated her as, like a disposable pawn and everything. So yeah, that's what's going on over here, and they're like planning a whole rebellion. So yeah, that's the thing. So I think like everything got properly explained here. I don't think there's anything else remaining to be revealed. Like we know most of the things now, all the connections and everything. Oh, another thing, which is at the end, like I said. So wait, does that mean? Again, I think this might probably have been revealed before. I just don't remember. So Lakan is calls him uncle. Calls what's his name? Uh, so many names and so many similar sounding names. Just wait a minute. Look. Oh my god. Yeah, I just forgot his name. I literally was saying his name a few moments ago. His mama's adoptive father. Loman. Yeah, okay. God damn it. What? It's so damn confusing. Every single name starts with the same letter. And I know now because I didn't know this before. Someone let me know in the comments. It has to do with families. And each of the family has like a certain like a name, which is where like that's why Shishui, Suire, like Shisho, as like like the same thing, like yeah. So wait a minute. If Lakan is calls Loman uncle, that would mean Lakan's father's brother, right? So Lakan's father's brother, that would mean if he adopted Mao Mao, that would mean that Loman is in actuality biologically Mao Mao's uncle. No, no, wait, what? No, sorry. Mao Mao's wait, what does it mean? Granduncle? I don't know. I don't know. Wait, what does that make him? Like like he is his her father, but I'm talking about biologically. Yeah, it would be something like that, I guess. Right? Yeah, something like that, I think. Anyways, whatever. Um, yeah, but that's interesting. And you know, in the end, we see them telling, like, Lakan telling Jinshi to step up and actually be the person that he is. Like, because we need now proper, like, like we need to go there and stop them from inciting this rebellion, saving Mama, all of that stuff. Now, it's kind of funny because I get the feeling that if Shenmei realized what, like, who Mama was supposed to be, and the person that she's allowing to stay here, I feel like she would have immediately thrown her out. Because I don't know, I just get the feeling, because the thing is, like, now because of this whole thing, because everyone's trying to find Mao Mao and this whole thing is happening, they know that they're going to come here, and Shenmei thinks that they're doing this secretly or whatever, but that's really not the point. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if at the end it is revealed that Lola knew that if they brought Mama here, um, Jinshi and his people would immediately be very obviously, like, Jinshi likes Mama. She knows that. So he would be desperately trying to figure out what's going on and taking care of this whole mess. So I wouldn't be surprised if Lolan knew all of this and deliberately brought Mama here because she wants to stop her mother's nonsense. Like, you know, because you can see there was a section when she was saying, like, I'm just like, if I, if I don't want to get beat or something, I have to just act like my mother's puppet. If my mother is happy, I should be smiling. If my mother is angry, I should be angry, like stuff like that she was saying. So then there was a section where she says that, but then one day I saw, as she says, like, her mother hitting her sister. And if you remember, they revealed how the only person that Shisui, admired and loved so much is her sister, and she was the only one who treated her sister like an actual human being. So it is, like, she likes her sister so much that she even took her name because Shisui is supposed to be her sister's name. So that whole, like, thing we saw. So I don't know. I just get the feeling that after that, maybe she started thinking of ways how to get away from this whole abusive, like, thing. Take her sister away from here and herself, and somehow stop her mother's, like, these atrocious, these things that she's doing, and actually bring her to justice. And I don't know, maybe the best way she realized to do that, or to at least stand against her, is bringing Mao Mao here. Because if she brings Mao Mao here, she knows that Jinshi and a lot of other people will get involved in this. And they will actually be able to figure out what's going on and come here and stop them. Again, I don't know, it's just something that I'm thinking. Like, there's a possibility that she thought somewhere deep under behind in her mind, there was a part of her that thought that, okay, yeah, this is one way to stop mother. Because, yeah, I don't know, I don't, obviously I doubt Shisui or Suire is doing this willingly. Obviously not. We saw, what's happening. I doubt Shisho is doing this willingly either. It's just her. And she's, like, dragging everyone with her, and, like, and they're just completely forced to follow her, I guess you could say, in a way. So something like that, I think. And that is why, I don't know, just maybe a little bit of hope Shisui has, that bringing Mama here might change something. But yeah, but the thing is, even if she brought Mama here, I don't think she had any plans of making Mama meet Shenmei, because Mama stumbled upon Shenmei by accident. Like, Shisui told her multiple times to stay here. Like, yeah, like, you know what? I think it's like this. Obviously, Shisui didn't plan any of this. Like, the whole meeting with Mama was an accident because of the cat. Then she kept, like, contact with her, and then, like, even that section where Mama figured out what was going on with Shenlu, and that is where Shisui and Suire, both of them come in. They act this whole part of being a hostage. Even then, she had no plans on involving Mama in this. Because she figured out what's going on, they had to bring her with them. But I think Shisui's original plan was to just act as a hostage, bring her to this hot spring place, keep her here for a few days, and then, like, obviously Jinshi and his people will definitely stumble here. She knew that this is going to happen one day or the other. So, like, Mama could then be rescued, and, keep her away from all of these rebellion and coup that is going to happen, all of that. But then again, Mama figured out their relationship, so that went out the window. So she couldn't act as a hostage. So she had to come clean about her identity and everything. Still, she wanted to keep Mama in that place and didn't want her to get involved in any of this, and told her that, oh, keep away from Shenmei and all that stuff she said. And still, Mama stumbled upon another secret, which was the Feifas. That was also not part of the plan. And again, Lolan realized that she got dragged into this. Now, obviously, if she leaves her be, then Shenmei would tell her to be executed and, like, kill her. So she was like, oh, this is Apothecary. I've brought her here so that she could at least keep her alive. Um, so yeah, now this is the whole thing. So it's like a weird thing, I would say, because she had no, like, she didn't want Mama to get involved in any of this from the very beginning, and now more so because she's good friends with her. As Shisui, she's very good friends with her. So now more so, she doesn't want her to get killed or taken out. So she's trying her best to just keep her away from it, but just Mama just ends up stumbling upon stuff. It's funny because this kind of shows how Mama literally is a cat. How curious, cats and their curiosity. And all the time she ends up involving herself in these secret conspiracies. Oh my god. But yeah, like every single time she tried to keep her away from it, Mama just ends up getting stumbled and mixed up in all of this. So Shisui has to make something up to kind of like keep her away from more trouble, but then she ends up getting into more trouble anyways. So then she has to again make something up to keep her away from further more trouble. You, you see here today's episode, where she said that, oh, she's an apothecary. I feel like next episode Mama's going to stumble upon more trouble. I think like there's a 50% chance she's going to end up getting into more trouble in the next episode, and Shisui will have to again try to cover for her the best way she can, because now her hands are tied. She's supposed to be Lolan, and she is like, Lolan is like a persona for her mother's puppet. So she cannot voice her opinions as strongly as she can used to when she was Shisui. She has to act, but I don't know. I get the feeling that next episode Mama's going to stumble into some kind of trouble, and like Lolan will have to somehow step up for her again and keep her away from more trouble. It might happen. This is Mama we're talking about. Right. Okay. So that's the thing. Like, she didn't want her to get involved, but she ends up getting involved anyways. But I would like to say that even after all of that, even after trying to keep her away from trouble and all, I don't know, I just get the feeling that maybe there's a part of Lolan that is thinking that now that Mama has gotten involved in this, maybe someone will be able to stop my mother now. Because I don't know, I just think that she, in no way does she wants any of this happening. What's happening and everything, especially with her mother mistreating her sister, the sister that she loves so much. She wants her mother to stop, but she cannot really say anything because her mother is absolute over here. So she's hoping something from the outside comes in and stops this nonsense, this whole like thing that is this kingdom that his mother has created, this kingdom of absolute, like, yeah, this whole thing. Like someone from the outside, which is Mama here, comes in and throws water into this, stops her from escalating further. And I guess Mama's the best person for that, because Mama's involved with a lot of people in the palace who is going to move if Mama was in trouble. People like Jinshi, people like Lakan, sorry. Um, all these people. So yeah, there you go. Right. Anyways, that's Shisho and not Shisho, sorry, Shisui, and like her whole thing. Suide, we kind of realized what's going on with her. So Suide is basically, as we get to know, the daughter of her, that lady. Now, I said this before in one of the previous episodes. Someone mentioned in the comments, I had a misunderstanding. I thought Shisui, no, Suide is supposed to be Taiho's daughter, but the age won't match then. So what I was explained was that Taiho had a daughter. That daughter was, was like, she and her daughter had to leave. So that daughter that girl is supposed to be Shisho's other wife, not the main wife, which is, Suide's mother. So Taiho's daughter's daughter is supposed to be Suide. That's what I understand. And obviously, Shisui, we all know Shisui is Taiho's, um, not Taiho, sorry, Shisho's like official wife's daughter. So she's like, the princess here. So that's the thing. That is what's going on, and that is why Shenmei mistreats Suire so much, because she's the daughter of the other lady, and something like that. Right. So okay, where is that section? They kind of explain it here properly. Let me see. Okay, this part. All right, so here we go. I'm going to read this section. I heard Lolan was Shiso's only daughter, but if he had another daughter with a different woman, okay, um, that would be totally unforgivable to his terrifying wife Shenmei. Okay, um, Lady Shenmei hates me more than anything. Okay, my father Shisho is originally from one of the Shi clan's offshoot families. Now this is new. I didn't know that. However, the main family, Lady Shenmei's family, saw his talents and adopted him. So she married into the family, like the official family, the main. He was given the name Shisho, and two became engaged. So during the late emperor's reign, Lady Shenmei was taken to the rare palace. Yeah. Um, when she was returned later as a gift, um, my mother and I were already with my father. There you go. And Lady Shenmei threw my mother and I out of mansion and used us as servants. And she even hated the fact that my name contained the character signifying a clan name, which is Shisui. Shisui was her name. Right. So Shisui is, yeah. It was my original name. And that's why they call her now Suire, because she is not there in that name. So there you go. Lolan seems to like that name. So Lolan took that name, Chisui, because as a servant name, because she likes it, and that's why as a servant, when she acts as a servant in her alter persona, she's Shisui. Right. She could have chosen any other name as a servant pseudonym, and it's kind of funny because because of that, like Mama kind of initially suspected or realized that Shisui and Suire might be related, like Shisui and that whole thing, something like that, I guess, because of the names are so damn similar. It's just how she is, right? Even though they were born from the same father, just because their mothers were different, one gets treated as treasured princess, yeah, given to the emperor, while the other is sent to as a court lady to scheme in the shadows of the rare palace. Yeah, and then they literally used her as that whole bait, like that whole, um, like the whole guinea pig in the, not guinea pig I would say, but as a scapegoat for the assassination. Um, Tsuire was part of the attempt to assassinate Master Jinshi at the ceremony. Yeah. So she used the explosion of the warehouse as a cover, steal some ceremonial tools, and when she was caught, she escaped, feigning death. And Shiso must have been the mastermind behind the Feifa attack. Yeah. So all of these things are happening because Shenmei is the person behind all of this, ordering them to do all of this stuff. So Master Jinshi, the manager of the Rare Palace, was trying to make changes. Uh, it wasn't in line with what Shisho was doing. Right. Now, okay, so from here on, she starts thinking about Jinshi, how whether he's, I don't know, like how important he is and everything, with because of the hairpin. She's like, wait a minute, this hairpin, like she said that this hairpin is pretty expensive and pretty rare. Like, and she starts putting two and two together. Then she questions like, how is a eunuch being able to, because the biggest thing that is I guess you could say that is kind of keeping Jinshi's identity. It's the fact that he's a eunuch, supposed to be. So she's like questioning that. She's like, is he really? And then he asks like questions like, oh, like how do they check, you know? And because she asks Suide about it, because Suide, who also acted as a eunuch, so she should know what has happened or how they check. So she kind of tells that, oh, three people check, and like with their hands or something like that, I guess she explained. But anyways, this is where Mao Mao is like again thinking, and she's literally putting like the all the clues together and coming to the actual truth. And then she also realizes that maybe this is also what something that Jinshi wanted to tell me, and I just got baited by the ox bezards. So yeah, but then as she's getting closer and closer to the truth again, in the end she was like, let's keep this aside. Let me think about how to survive this place, which is true. Obviously, currently, I don't think you have enough time to think of the mysteries surrounding Jinshi. You have to think of ways to survive in this place because, goddamn, Shenmei is crazy. She can literally just lop your head off if her mood just seems like. If she just thinks like, oh, she's useless, she'll probably just lop her head off. So yeah, rationality and logic doesn't. It's not in her head. Shenmei doesn't work like that. As far as I observed her, that's what I understood. So I'm right. She's only keeping her alive because she's an apothecary. She can make the immortality potion and all that. So okay, so wait a minute. So that means Shenmei is doing all of this because she wants the immortality potion, and obviously the rebellion as well. That is also her thing. But the immortality potion is also something that she wants. So she wants to stay young forever or something? Is that what she wants? Huh, I guess. Right. Anyways, that is what is going on. So, a lot of things make sense now. And, like, everything is, like, explained here. You can see. We still haven't seen Shisho here, so Shisho is probably not here currently. But yeah, he's also very much involved in this. And at the end of the day, you can see that everyone's literally just working for, you know, working for Shenmei. Like, I'm pretty sure that Shenmei is like the person behind everything. Shisho is just a puppet. Like, I don't know exactly, these things that are going on, exactly how much of that Shisho wants. But one thing I can guarantee and say that he is definitely a puppet to a certain degree for Shenmei, because Shenmei is like literally like the puppeteer, like telling everyone what to do this, do that, this, like that thing. So yeah, that is what's happening here. Right. So, anyways, as Lakan says, in the end, it doesn't matter what's going on, who's the mastermind behind this. The fact they're involved in all of this in itself means everyone involved in this are rebels. So even if Shisho was not doing it willingly, someone else was like forcing him to do it. It doesn't matter. They are rebels. So we have to take like necessary actions and stop them. So they were like, let's go and take care of the whole thing. Right. Hmm. Okay. Was there anything else today? Let me see. Mm, oh, now another thing is pretty obvious here. Shenmei is collaborating with the Western envoys to, you know, to do this whole thing, this whole rebellion they're trying to do. So not only is she trying to do a rebellion and coup, if she seizes power, the Western envoys and their they will also seize power. I guess you could say. So she's literally inviting foreign power into their place. In a way, you could say that. Like, but yeah, at the end of the day, I guess like their actual like emperors, like the mother empress. She herself was from the West, so I think it's yeah, like at this point, it's just yeah, the same thing. Like they literally have Western blood, in their veins. A lot of like the main family in itself has like Western, like influence, and they like in their veins they're like you know because the empress was from the West, like, and yeah, so that's the whole thing, and that's why they try to keep bloodline like going. That's why the whole color blind test that they do. So yeah, but still, like this is like directly they're like inviting people from the outside to act in this whole like rebellion that is ongoing. So that's crazy. Like, but yeah. Anyways, that's also something that's happening. So overall, this is just completely, I don't know, like against everything. They're literally conspiring against the main family, and that is punishable. That's punishable offense. So you know, in the end, we see Jinshi step up. Okay, was there anything else to talk about here? Oh, that kid. I forgot his name. His mother is also one of the like, I guess like the important people here, and we saw that we don't know exactly which lady it was in there, but one of the ladies in the room in Shenmei's room was his mother, and his mother told him that, oh, I am some important job to do, and she's doing this nonsense here, while they have kept him in the hot springs, So, right. Oh my god. Hmm. Okay. Is there anything else today? No, I think that was it. Shenmei gave Mama an ultimatum. She was like, "Oh, you have to bring some results tomorrow about the immortality potion. Otherwise, yeah, who knows what's gonna happen." So I do wonder what's gonna happen now. Whether what Mama will be able to produce, whether she'll do anything about this. Yeah, but I guess we'll get that in the next episode. Okay, now let me talk about the ending section. The ending section, we had Lakan extremely pissed come in. Obviously, his daughter has been kidnapped, and it's been so many days now. I guess I don't know exactly how many days has passed. And he's like, "What the hell are you doing? Like, you know what's going on. You know Shisho's involved in this. You know, like they're planning a rebellion. You have all these things in front of you, still sitting on your ass, literally doing nothing because of your fake, like this whole like eunuch thing that you're playing. You're not stepping up. And like, when are you going to step up now? This is the time." So at first he was very, very like furious about it, and he just said something like, "Oh, I hate eunuchs," or something. No, something like, this is why eunuchs are like this, or something like that. He said, at which Loman comes in and he's like, "Oh, I didn't know you have such views on eunuchs. I'm very sad because I'm also a eunuch." And he's like, "No, uncle, no, I wasn't talking about you." But yeah, he was like, "Calm down, like I also am at fault because I didn't keep an eye on Mama. She was literally with me. So calm down and just express your opinions properly, civilized manner, and do what you have to." And this is where he kind of calmed down, and Lakan then was like bows in front of him. Lahan also bows in front of him, like full on their knees, and he was like, "Please, like, do something about this." And Jinshi was like, to do something about this, since this is like going against like the main family. This is like rebellion, like actual coup. This is like the most important thing. So, like, if I'm to address this officially, first and foremost, I have to throw down my persona. I, like the eunuch, like whole thing. I have to just throw it away. I have to become the Moon Prince again. I have to deploy the, what did he call it? The secret, what? Just a minute. The secret army or something? The Forbidden Army. Okay, directly under the Emperor, and I have to be there, like like in front. Like it won't be under Lakan. It will be under me. I have to do this. So he's like, right, and then he gets up and he's like, "I knew this day was going to come one day or the other. Might as well it be now." So yeah, and that's where it ended. Great episode. And I feel like I'm most, like, not most, but I think like 99% of my questions got answered today. There was a few questions I had that literally got answered today. So yeah, there you go. That was beautifully done. I think I'm very much clear about everything now. Damn. Wait, what episode was this? 20. 20 episodes it took for all the secrets to come out and properly get revealed. And that is crazy because, throughout this season, there were so many questions I had. But, little by little, everything got answered. And finally, we are here today where the whole picture is visible in front of us. All the puzzle pieces are there. And all that is left is for Jinshi to step up and, like take care of this whole thing. So yeah, there you go. That was that. That was my overall impression. Um, right. So now let me talk about this episode scene by scene. Let me quickly go through the episode and see if I missed anything worthy of discussion. In the very beginning, we get that scene with Shenmei, and we can see literally here Shenmei animosity against Suide. Like every like single word that she says, she just slaps her. And then Lolan comes out and is like, oh, like this is this is the apothecary that I brought, and she can help you out with the immortality drug. And he's like, oh, like this girl, what can she do? And she's like, oh, she uses like drugs which halts the passage of time. And like she's actually 30 years old. And she's like, okay, that seems promising. All right, but take her to the previous apothecary's room and give her everything that she can use. And I want results. Because you can see she wants this drug. She wants this whole, like that. So I'm guessing she wants like some kind of a potion that makes her young again or something. But I don't understand one thing. Like, if that's the case, why are they calling it immortality drug? Immortality and being young are two different things, right? Is this some kind of a translation error? Let me know. Because if they call this like a drug which keeps your youth, I could understand. You know, immortal means you won't die, but that doesn't mean you won't get old. You will get old, but you won't die. That is what it means to be immortal, right? Immortal doesn't mean you'll be young. So maybe there's like a little mistranslation here. Let me know, because I get the feeling what she actually wants is a drug that will make her young again, or is going to preserve her age. Something like that she wants. You know, I don't know. That's just what I think. Let me know. Anyways, so okay, this is where Mama is like, oh, I knew it. Lolan is Shisui. So there you go. Then Suide brings her to that place, and Suide tells her story. I discussed about this in the discussion section in detail, and she tells about the tale of her mother and how she was born, and how at that moment Shenmei was, in the rare palace, and then she came back and this happened, and they were thrown out of the palace, made into literal scapegoats used by Shenmei, while Lolan uh, lived as the princess and all that. But Lolan loved her sister very much, so much to the fact that she even took her name as a disguise. So yeah, Suide's actual name was Shisui. Since her name had Shi in it, Shenmei wasn't happy with it, changed her name. So yeah. But wait a minute, one thing. If that's the case, why is Lolan's name Lolan? There's no Shi in Lolan's name, right? I don't understand that part. Shiso has Shi in it. And wait a minute, Shenmue. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Anyways, so after that, like Mamo is brought to this room. This is the previous apothecary's room. Mamo is very happy with all the the medical records and the like stuff here. And yeah, so then we meet. Then we get to see Shisui's past as a kid, as how she literally acted like her mother wanted her to act. When her mother was smiling, she had to smile, and when she was angry, she had to be angry. Literally, mother's puppet. But as she says that, she's like, oh, maybe this is going to, like keep mother happy and reduce the ugliness. But then, little by little, she realized that actually escalated everything. With the fact that she let everything go, made her mother more psychotic like this, and she ended up like further and further away from being pretty. She became more and more ugly from the inside. And when she realized it, it was too late. Yeah, and the fact that her mother literally mistreated her sister, the sister that she loved so much, didn't sit well with her. Okay. Anyways, after that, Mama was brought into the room, Shenmei's room. We see that whole scene. Mama sees everything that's going on inside, and she's given the order to bring some results by the next day. She goes out, meets the kid, and we also get to realize that the kid's mother is probably there inside, and the kid is there in the hot springs because they don't want him to get to know of any of this. So yeah, all that stuff. Then we get to Lahan, and Lahan gives us like a whole blueprint of like the fortress, what might be happening there, and everything is there with them, all the proof that they need, everything to take any step. But Jinshi is hesitating. But this is where Lakan comes in, and Lakan is furious. He's like, I knew this is the problem with people like you, stuff like that. She starts bad mouthing him, telling him how like this is how Mama was in trouble. Still, they're not doing anything. Like you have everything with you. There's no other thing to do but step up and go and stop them. But you're doing nothing. So stuff like that. He's saying he kind of says stuff about how because he's a eunuch, like he's like this and all that. And that is where Loman comes in, and Loman is like, "Oh, I didn't know you saw us like that." And he kind of says like he literally says that if you're blaming Jinshi, you should also blame me because I was literally there with Mama even a few moments ago. The fact that I was there and kind of let her walk out and just lost her, yeah, it is also my fault. So in the end, Lahan was like, I'm sorry. She goes in front of Jinshi, like goes to her knees and tells them or requests him to step up as not Jinshi but the Moon Prince. And yeah, this is where Jinshi stands up and he's like, I had to do this one day. Now's the time. So yeah. And there you go. That was today's episode. Really good episode. Yeah, let's see what happens next. So I'm guessing the finale of this season will probably be like some kind of a battle, maybe like like they'll probably raid in their fortress and something like that will happen. Let's see. So that is it. And that was my reaction to episode 20 of the Apothecary Diaries season 2. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe. If you're new to the channel or you haven't subscribed, comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Apothecary Diaries. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.